A data log is a factory talk view component that collects and stores tag values. Data logging is done by the HMI server in any given area. If an application has more than one data server in an area, for example if it also contains an OPC server, all data logging is still done by the HMI server. You create data log models that identify which tag values are to be logged and when. Data log models are created and saved in the Data Log section of the Explorer window. The Data Log Models editor is used to configure a data log model. There are 5 tabs to help you configure the data log models: Setup tab, Paths tab, File Management tab, Log Triggers tab, Tags in Model. Parameters will vary in the Setup, Paths, and File Management tabs depending upon which type of data log model you are configuring. Click the plus sign on the icons for more information. The Setup tab is used to configure general data log model properties, such as the description, log file identifier string, and storage format. The Paths tab is used to specify the paths the data will be logged to. The File Management tab is used to specify when log files will be created and deleted. The Log Triggers tab is used to specify how and when logging should occur. The Tags in Model tab is used to select the tags you want to log data for. The log file identifier string is a user-defined string up to 20 characters long, which becomes part of the log file's name if long file names are supported. Click each tab. Log files are saved in the folder you specify in the Paths tab. When the Relative to Project Location option is selected, data log files are stored in the DLG log folder of the HMI project. Factory Talk View SE software creates a folder with the name of the data log model and stores the files there. Select the Enable Switchover to Secondary Path option to turn on logging to a secondary path if the primary path cannot be accessed. In the File Management tab, you define when you want to start new files. Periodically, at specified times, when a particular event occurs, never. If never is selected, a new file set will only be created when a datalog new file command is executed. You can have old datalog files deleted after a specified period or once a specified number of files has been created. Leave the check boxes cleared if you do not want the files to be automatically deleted. When you select the ODBC database storage format, you must specify the path and file name of the ODBC data source, and the ODBC tables that will be used, or create new tables. The path is not required if you are using the default ODBC location for file-based data sources. You can also click the Browse button to select an existing data source or create a new ODBC data source. You can also use the ODBC Data Source Administrator in the Windows Control Panel to create a new data source. If Factory Talk View cannot create the tables automatically, you will have to open the database using its editing tool and create the tables manually. The ODBC format stores data in up to 3 tables: float table, which stores analog and digital tag values; string table, optional, which stores string tag values; tag table, optional, which stores tag names. The ODBC tables are created with the default names float table, string table, and tag table. In the Data Log Models editor, you can modify these names before creating the tables, or you can specify the names of different tables. When creating the tables for float and string data logging to Microsoft SQL Server 2008, ensure the Microsoft SQL Server 2008 Service Pack 1 has been installed first, or table creation will not be possible. If the ODBC database becomes unavailable, FactoryTalk View Studio software logs the data to backup files in proprietary format. You can specify the ODBC backup path in the Paths tab. ODBC backup files are stored as binary files, which you cannot view. In the File Management tab, you can set up the data log model to delete or purge records in the ODBC database after a specified time. For both the file set and ODBC database data log models, the parameters in the Log Triggers and Tags in Model tabs are the same. Use the Log Triggers tab to set up how data logging is triggered. The default is periodic logging every 10 seconds. This automatically logs the values of the tags in the data log model every 10 seconds. Use the onChange trigger to log tag values after a certain percentage of change in the value occurs. Select this option to log tag values when the FactoryTalk View command data log snapshot is issued. In the Tags in Model tab, you identify which tags will be part of the model, the total number of characters and spaces allowed for the path, and name of a tag in a data log model is 255. Here is a guided activity on how to create a file set data log model in a FactoryTalk View SE application. Follow the instructions on the screen to perform the steps. Click Start when you are ready.